Hey, what's going on, people? You are tuned into 5 Sports Talk. This video is actually going to be part 1 of a 5-series video in which I'm going to be ranking the top 5 players at every position in the NBA. And before I get started, I just want to preface my rankings by saying that these are my opinionated rankings, and I know not everyone is going to agree with them, which is fine with me. In fact, if you disagree, leave a comment as to why, and we can debate back and forth, man. I'm always down for a good old-fashioned debate, so we can do that. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Here are my top 5 point guards as of right now heading into next season. So starting off at number 5, I have Steve Nash. It feels like this guy has been in the league forever, and he practically has, because he's 37 going on to 38 next season. And he's just as productive as he was a couple seasons ago when he was the 2-time MVP. Steve Nash, it's a damn shame he doesn't have a ring, because he's one of the few guys in the NBA that I think truly deserves a ring. He's been the face of the franchise for the Phoenix Suns for the past couple of seasons, and he's the best pure passing point guard in the game, in my opinion. So Steve Nash is my number 5 point guard. So at number 4, I have Rajon Rondo of the Boston Celtics. I wasn't a big Rondo fan to begin with, because I like my point guards to be able to shoot and score the basketball, and Rondo still has that flaw in his game, but he made me a believer in that Heat Celtics series when he had that monstrous 44-point game. And I mean, Rajon Rondo, the way he commands the Celtics, the way he makes that team go, he is that engine for Boston Celtics, and he's going to be their centerpiece for years to come, and rightfully so. Probably the second best passing guard, just next to Steve Nash, and rebounding second to none. And just if he could just improve his shooting, he would be much higher on this list, but I can't give him that. Still, not going to disrespect him. Number 4 point guard is Rajon Rondo. At number 3, I have Chris Paul. He fell off a little bit. He's not been the Chris Paul in terms of production that we've seen over the past few seasons. I thought he could have gotten a little farther with the Clippers. They made it to the second round. Of course, it took them 7 games to get past Memphis, but then they got swept by the Spurs. But Chris Paul, he's a walking 2010 guy. But the age and the injuries have sort of caught up to him. But still, I'm not going to disrespect Chris Paul. He's a top 3 point guard, and he's on my list, and it's the 3rd best point guard in the NBA. At number 2, I have Derrick Rose, and I know he's going to be out for the first 2 months of the season for next year because of that horrific ACL injury in the first game of the NBA playoffs. But make no mistake about it, Rose is the most athletic point guard in the NBA when he is healthy. And a lot of people give him flack for shooting too much, but let me tell you, Derrick Rose does not have a Kevin Durant on his team like Russell Westbrook does to pass the ball to. The Bulls basically depend on Rose's penetration and driving kicks to kickstart their offense. He makes his teammates get open shots, and when he doesn't, initiate the offense, and when he isn't aggressive, the Bulls' offense is pretty much dead and non-existent. So they depend on him so much, and the offensive burden on Rose is just simply too much, and that's why he needs to shoot as much as he does. But mark my words, if he had a Kevin Durant on his team, there's no doubt in my mind he would average double-digit assists. So Derrick Rose is my number 2 point. And number 1, I call him the do-it-all point guard, Deron Williams of the now Brooklyn Nets. And a lot of people overlook this guy because of how bad the Nets were last year, but I thought that was more of a roster flaw than it was actually Williams' fault, because Brook Lopez, their second best player and their starting center, was out most of the year, and basically all Williams had to his disposal was Chris Humphries, and that alone should tell you why the Nets sucked so bad last year. But Deron Williams, he can do whatever you need him to do. You need him to shoot, score, dish the rock, rebound, defend, post up, whatever it is, free throws, he can do it. I believe he is the most versatile and the most complete point guard in the NBA, and he is right now the best point guard in the NBA. So there you have it, folks. My top 5 point guards as of right now heading into next season. Let me know what you guys think. If you agree or disagree, like I said, leave a comment below. And if you're new to the channel, man, hit the subscribe button and support the movement. and I'll be making more of these videos. So if you guys like them, just give this video a like, and I would really appreciate that. Subscribe, and also follow me on Twitter, guys. I tweet quite a lot, and I'm on there. Hit me up with the follow, and I will follow you back. But anyways, that's it for me, and I'll see you guys next time.